gunshots.
For us, what we basically did is we took a look at Far Cry 1, we took a look at Far Cry 2, and we said, where do we want to be? And so we want to be way off the map, right? Far Cry 1's on an island here, Far Cry 2 takes place in Africa, and if you imagine a map, we are way, way off the map.
Jesus. Huh?
It's got to feel real, right? I mean, if you were to get on a plane and you were to go onto this island and you were left there to survive, we want to make sure that it feels real, that it feels like you get that pit of your stomach feeling like, can I use this? The waterfall is a great example. There's a lot of different ways that we could go and have that happen, but for us it was using the waterfall and making sure that you have the audio, the sound of the experience, the feeling of the overall experience where it feels real, it feels gritty, and you're in the space, you're in the game, you're actually living it.
Far Cry 2, it kind of put you in a very difficult scenario. You had malaria, you had weapons that would break down on you. Are you kind of continuing this kind of element of survivalism and improvisation?
I think we're definitely continuing this sort of the man alone feel. But for us, that was Far Cry 2. We're different. We're Far Cry 3. We took the best parts that we wanted, and for us, if you pick up a weapon, we want to have that immediate satisfaction. The weapon feels good. You feel strong. And so for us, it was more about just making sure that you're using your environment.
And how does the character progression work? Have you shown anything on that yet? I do believe there were kind of points appearing on screen as there were takedowns occurring.
We're not talking about that too much, but I mean, the reality is you saw the points on screen, you saw that there's loot that you can pick up and little things that you can grab. Obviously, let your mind run wild with that, and I think people are going to like it.
Overall, I mean, without going into detail because you can't, the way that you can tackle these scenarios, whether you be stealthy or going all guns blazing, is that kind of pivotal to the character development and is it kind of like a natural progression system?
I think so. I think what we wanted to make sure is that if you're a shooter player and you love shooters and you want to be able to just get in and have the satisfaction of just being able to kill a lot of stuff, you're going to be able to do that. But we're going to give you options, right? We're going to give you options, and those options, I can't talk about it too much, but of course they're going to matter, right? It just makes sense. So if you decide that you're going to go in there and you're going to pick up a silence weapon and you're going to try and go around and silence kill these guys, the player's going to be, I can promise you this, the player's going to like it and they're going to be rewarded for it. There's one thing in particular that I really want to talk about, but if the marketing guys saw me do it, no, I just can't do it. So next up for
it's between you and me.
Yeah, I can't tell you, but the thing is that's really important is that people are going to see more and more of the characters, right? The key thing we want to do is start showing that Boss, yeah, he's just the tip of the iceberg. This is one crazy guy. We keep getting asked the question, so this is your one main enemy? And the answer is no. Like, the island, actually the islands are populated by a number of these characters, and they each have their own brand of insanity. And when you meet them, and we want to make sure that you do meet them, each one of them has their own unique personality. Those are the types of things that we're going to be showing next.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?